everything going, I think that we are okay. I just need to check something. Okay, I still can't read that. Hang on. That's not helpful at all. Give me 2 seconds, Chad, as I try and fix something with my, Is that better? I can turn it up more. That should be better. I can also, turn down whatever this is. There. That should be good. I'll leave it at that. Jesus Christ, that just blows out the image. Color. Holy crap. Alright. Alright. Should be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another severe weather coverage live stream on the Royal NYR 54 channel. I'm currently in the process of trying to figure everything out with my technology and crap. We do have a slight risk for severe weather today across the northern and western Great Lakes. This includes a 5 torrent and 15 significant hail risk. And what is going on with this? And other impacts could include, but are not limited to, damaging wind gusts. There is a 15% chance of a damaging wind gust, 58 miles per hour or greater. And as you can see, we do have a special marine warning for wind gusts of 34 knots and large hail. So we're going to do that, and I'm also going to try and figure out everything that's going on across the internet right now, because Twitter is losing its mind. Aaron Boone is trending again. Oh, because he got, he jawed at the ump about strike calls. Nice. And Ron DeSantis is... Okay, well, anyway, this cell is going mental in North Carolina, folks. As you can see, explosive supercell much. In particular, this is warned for 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Me thinks it's a little bit more than 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Now, that may just be me, but I don't know. Hard to say. So, oh god, at some point in the stream, I would like to, also forecast what we could be seeing over the next few days, week, in terms of severe weather. It'll be quite epic, ladies and gents. tired. I'm very tired, actually. So I'm working towards figuring out a better way to get out alerts and stuff like that to people. I'm working towards a better system, 65, 67 dBz as much. Working towards a better system for that. Ookie. AJK issues a strong frontal system will move into the AK Gulf, Alaska Gulf, and Panhandle Saturday night through Monday morning. Till 3:30 a.m. Mountain? No, Alaskan time. Severe warning updated. It is now for 60 miles per hour wind gusts and $50 sized hail. Is that a glitch? No, sir. That's called a mesocyclone or some sort of downdraft or some crap. All I know is that it's going ridiculous. And there's 2-inch hail. You can see 90 on top of 50. So if that thing can actually wrap around, that will be a dangerous, dangerous storm. It heads right for Raleigh. Poggers, mate. Good day, Andrew's weather predictions.
Supercell over the flipping lake. What is going on?
Yeah, there's something going on in the middle of North Carolina. I'm not really sure what it's doing.
No, I'm talking about Michigan. It's going on.
Michigan? What's going on in Michigan?
Yeah. Michigan and Wisconsin, the capital. There's 2 QLCSs.
There's 2?
Yeah.
That is
Actually,
what
no,
some might say on Epic. Okay, this is quite poggers.
Okay, this could mean that the cap could break tomorrow too, or this morning, or this could turn into morning precip and frick tomorrow's event.
I didn't even really think there was going to be an event tomorrow in the first place.
I think tomorrow looks good. Have you not seen it?
Tomorrow looks meh.
You know, so here's astounding that I found.
So another focus of the stream later on tonight is I'm going to attempt to forecast what I feel could be going on within the next few days with that frontal system that does end up moving through the mid-Atlantic and northeast. Could be talking about a significant severe weather event happen and verify from what we're seeing, but for right now it's hard to say.
It's definitely looking possible.
Okay, this entire line is rotating. To some extent. But quite frankly.
Some of those are super seasons.
So I would like to go back to this North Carolina storm, ladies and gents, and it is just doing things. 33 on top of 95.
What is going on in South North Carolina?
Take a look at the severe warning.
What the flip? This needs to be torn.
Quite frankly, it's just the reason it isn't is because it's just inflow. So if it wraps around, that is going to die, or if that's going to be dead, that's going to be death. Although behind it, in the actual storm, you're getting a little bit of rotation. I don't even have Epic Pen open. That is on Epic, as some might say. So you can see the green's moving toward. Why am I in orange? the red's moving away, and this is just a big bunch of crap. You can also see there is...
That's a hail lure. Holy crap.
Yeah. You can also see there is something just south of Haywood. Or, yes, Haywood. It could also be something to watch. This is headed towards Raleigh. This will probably go to the north of Raleigh, north and west. But regardless, this is something that you're going to need to take your precautions if you do happen to be in the path of the storm, as it continues to intensify. 72 dBz's much, ladies and gents. Nice. I like this. This is fun. Okay, so, apparently, at this point, the inflow is going 104 on top of 64. So, regardless of whether or not that's actually inflow or whether or not people are just dying, you need to take your precautions. Raleigh and Metro, you need to take your precautions. In fact, I need to message someone.
I think I know who you're probably needing to message, Morgan.
So yeah, 2.7 inch hail, nearing 3 inches at this point, which is nearly baseball size. In all honesty, if this drops, this will be bad.
Not good. This is in a populated area. Do you know the circulation behind that thing is actually
yes,
now
so the
wrapping
circulation behind that thing in the actual storm is now starting to do things as well.
The circulation behind it has a potential CC drop that may be hail, though.
That's definitely hail. It's 3-inch hail, Andrew.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, it's still hail. Because it's probably still coming up off the... It's probably still beaming off the radar. I have to say, it is a little off the mark, though, in terms of the rest of the storm. So,
okay, storm relative velocity is even more invincible than that, so I think it's safe to say that might not be inflow.
I'd say it's inflow. Look at reflectivity, my friend. It's all dead there.
Oh, okay, well then that is inflow. That might be some damaged wind.
That's definitely damaging winds.
That could be RFD wrapping around the storm.
Yeah.
That's probably what we're seeing. That's probably a rear flank downdraft wrapping around the circulation and strengthening it. The southern one. That's probably what we're seeing. So we could have a right wrap tornado in there.
Yeah, and the peak time for it to go tornadic would be north of Raleigh. So we'll have to keep that in mind. I'm just going to hop back over to Michigan really quickly. And this is appearing to be a supercell over the waters, my friends.
Yeah, that thing, once that comes over, there might be a tornado warning issued for that. Depending upon what happens with it, of course. It's got some decent rotation.
My mic just took a crap. That's epic.
That was earlier. That stream is glitched. I can't see it. Oh, never mind. It ended.
There. That's not what I wanted. Wait. There, poggers. Alright. So now you see what I'm looking at.
Yeah. I might just I'm probably gonna look at yours radar.
Mm-hmm.
As well as there's no tornado. Potentially there's a water spout. So
yeah, there's probably a water spout there.
Saying they have 15% wind in Minnesota, or not Minnesota, Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan, and then they have a 5% wind and 2% tornado chance over South Carolina and North Carolina. There probably should be a 5 hail there.
So the marine warning has been updated. It's now for 40-knot winds and large hail. Isn't Raleigh Mr. Beast's home city? I think. I'm not 100% on that.
And then again, tomorrow and Wisconsin. There's
Can I
a
just say your
5%
mic sounds like crap?
What?
You sound constipated as hell with your mic.
One of my friends had put in their status #AWP, and actually I'm feeling a lot better today.
That's good.
This is the day where I haven't actually felt that bad for once. There was a part of the day though that I took a 2-hour nap, and after that I felt, and then after that I felt okay. So during that nap, or before the nap, I really should have felt bad.
Mm-hmm.
I am starting to get a headache.
That's slightly unepic.
Oh. Tomorrow it's a 2
Alright, now it's 4-inch hail. Nice.
4 inches? That's so
3.7. 3.7.
Is that your
Spectrum width is a mess. Enrot is very nice. Nice inflow, bud.
That's nice for nice for
Rift. Alright, 3.9. We're getting there. I will say though, this is a decently small hail core for what the storm is. So, yeah.
Something to note, day 3, there could be a very interesting severe setup to occur anywhere from the Illinois-Missouri border down to Wichita Falls, Texas, and maybe a little bit further south.
Yeah, day 3 does look interesting. On the GFS, it's shown mixed storm mode. It's shown a derecho a few times. It's shown supercells a couple of times. And what is this? Why is there a TVS? What is this? What?
The NAM has an MCS proportions of anywhere northeast of Oklahoma City.
Look at my screen. Look at my.
There's capping south of Oklahoma City, so it depends on if that capping can break. If there would be anything.
What is why? Oh, it's wrapping. Look at this, chat. It's wrapping clockwise. This is fun. I like this.
Okay, this is very interesting.
So, this is actually trying to wrap around its downdraft. I don't know if it's actually going like this at this point. It's going like this, or if it's going like this. I honestly don't know.
Morgan, somebody near Myrtle Beach tornado, or Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, got an amazing tornado.
Indeed.
You see about that?
Oh yeah.
That was amazing.
Hey Morgan, what's up, Dante?
Hey.
Storm Central is how I'm getting it. The National Weather Service in Morganfold has issued a severe headache warning for Storm Central in southern Pennsylvania. Contaminated velocities due to hail, probably. I mean, it's inflow most likely from what I'm seeing. And this is shown for several frames. Or RFD, that's another option. The funny thing is, I looked at this, since it passed, Sanford. I thought, why is it so gusty out in front? Oh, it's doing things. Okay, now we have this. Haywood is going to die. Ugh. So we still got 4-inch hail, and the winds do seem to have died down slightly. Still gusting 60s, probably. So it's definitely still something to which you're going to have to take your precautions. This is going to pass west of Raleigh, probably west of Cary, too. This will probably head over Morrisville. It's going to intersect Interstate Route 40, Interstate Interstate 40, State Route 54, State Route 55. This is also going to tangent up to State Route 3097. And then forward on, you're talking about United States Route 70, Interstate 540, and then beyond State Route 50 and surrounding areas. So, if you're in there, please be sure to take your precautions.
So the Nam Nest and Nam have downtrended on day 3 with the 18Z runs, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the 0Z before I draw any conclusions, because that's just one run. There may have been a hiccup.
Yeah, and I think anywhere Jefferson City, Missouri southward could see some severe storms. Anything north of there, the warm front doesn't even pass through there. So you can't really get a good gauge of things.
I hate how there's no radar coverage out here. And
Yeah, it's bad.
it's approaching Marquette's radar, so we will get to be able to go to that soon, but, you know, it's still kind of one of those things.
There is a
Very
decent
unepic.
couplet with
What's
the
this?
southern side of we might have a tornado warning to be issued soon. Northern
This?
Wisconsin, near Mason, Wisconsin, there is a hooking cell with decent velocities on the southern side of the QLCS.
It has to actually couple it. It's not even coupled.
It's kind of coupled.
I mean, there's a big fat gap. You can't really get anything. This needs to wrap. Then you can have a tornado warning. Did I even go over the risks, chat, today? I don't think I did.
I did.
Oh, well, this is the severe thunderstorm watch, which is not what I was looking for. Ooh, critical fire weather. Slight risk for severe weather across portions of northern Wisconsin and upper Michigan. If we take a look, you can see the slight is outlined in yellow. It does go over parts of Lake Superior. If we take a look at the tornado risk, very small 2% out there, big 5% risk right there. No major population centers in the risk area, which is quite epic. You can also see the 2 because of the remnants of Tropical Storm Beta. Down there, you take a look at wind. 15% chance of a wind gust 58 miles per hour or higher. And if we take a look at the hail risk as well, see 15% chance of a hailstone 1 inch or larger, and a 10% chance of a significant hailstone, which would be 2 inches or larger. Tomorrow also could end up doing things from what it looks like. So it seems like the risk. So it seems like the risks are almost the same, except for the fact that the slight has been shifted slightly down. You can still see 5% tornado, only 5% wind risk, which I think is interesting, and a 15% hail probability. No hatch there. Could see what happens tomorrow. Ow. Okay. So you can see also a general thunderstorm risk going up and down the East Coast, but that's it. There's really nothing else going on across the con US. Not even anything in Washington. Which is interesting, because Washington's starting to get into their swing of we get storms every day mode thing. I'm gonna move this back here.
For a tropical storm.
Yeah, like 4 inches. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. This includes the northern city of Raleigh. So, for the following areas: Granville, Wake, Chatham, Durham, and Franklin. This is for 60 miles per hour wind gusts, $half sized hail, no tour possible tag. At this moment, you can see the winds are starting to die down a little bit as it heads towards the Raleigh area, which is good news. Hail size also starting to go down, which is also good news. We take a look at reflectivity. It's still blast ass, so you can see 73 dBZs right there, and that's not what I wanted to do. And if you unsmooth it, you can see 72 and 73 right there.
2-inch hail has been reported.
Report of it?
Yeah, MPEG.
That's poggers.
That is very interesting.
Well, that's another marine warning for the following areas. Black River to Ontogon, Michigan. Lake Superior from Saxon Harbor, Wisconsin to upper entrance to Portage Canal, Michigan. 5 nautical miles offshore to the U.S.-Canadian border, including Isle Royale National Park. Ontogon to upper entrance of Portage Canal, Michigan. That will be until 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for wind gusts to 40 knots and large hail. So that is something to which you're going to want to keep that in mind if you happen to be near that location and on the water. Why am I getting a ping from San Fran's IEM bot? Oh, because it's an area forecast discussion. Epic Games. Huh. God. I have so much to do tomorrow with forecasting and laying out what I'm going to say for the severe weather event Monday. Because I have to lay out something for what I'm going to put on Snap. Tour possible for Ashland, Bayfield, and Iron in Wisconsin. 60 miles per hour wind gusts and ping pong ball sized hail. I believe that might be the cell that you were mentioning, and it is indeed. So, you can see
Possible?
it is tour possible.
Not
So you
surprised.
can see this will be affecting the following areas: Drummond, Grandview, Mason, Benoit, Marengo, Highbridge, Mellon, and Morse. At least those are the bigger population centers in this. If we take a look at storm relative velocities, you can see not a whole lot going on at the surface, to be completely honest, but a lot of gusty winds.
Okay, so there's been golf balls and hen eggs reported with the new warnings. Or with
Hen
that
eggs?
severe warning in North Carolina.
Hen
So
egg
we
is
have
2
inches of
inches?
hail. Yeah, 2 inches in golf balls.
Alright. So you can see it's
Very
headed off to
interesting.
the direct east, basically. So this will be impacting Drummond and United States Route 63 in about 5 to 10 minutes. Grandview in about 10, although you already are starting to see some rainfall from this. Mason and Benoit are already getting a good fat amount of rain. Marengo, Highbridge, Mellon, potentially Morse, depending on how this moves, in about 30 to 40 minutes. That will also be State Route 13 in about 30 to 40 minutes. Tangenting off of that, you have State Route 169. That'll be hit in about 40 minutes, and it should, in theory, parallel State Route 77, in which the inflow notch would actually parallel or go directly off of that state route in about 40-45 minutes or so. So if you're in that area, just keep that in mind. Hail size is definitely a concern there, as, you know, windshields exist and won't exist if you're not careful. Take a look at ZDR. It actually does seem like there's a good tornadic updraft. I'm going to 3D this. Oh, that looks good. Yup. Oh, boy. That's a nice inflow notch, ladies and gents. You can see the inflow unimpeded going right into here. Right up in. And you can see on radar as well, you can see this little gap out in front. Between this, you can see that little gap right there. That would be the inflow moving in. That would be the opportunity for moisture to go into the thunderstorm, in which enhancing it. But yeah, Epic Games. Andrew, I will be back 2 minutes.
This Wisconsin cell is looking really good. Whew. Dante wants to join us. Can we make a group chat with him?
You do it.
Okay. Dante.
What about Tornado Watch? There isn't a Tornado Watch right now. There's a Severe Watch. In this particular moment, In this particular moment, I don't anticipate really too many tornadoes coming out of today. However, this tour possible has coupled, and it may actually start to do things. Enrod is over 1. This point, your ZDR is still looking really good to the tune of 6 decibels. You can see a spectrum lift. There is an evident lowering as well in the tune of 30 knots. Granted, this is 4,000 feet up in the sky, which isn't bad. Chat, I am going to eat on camera, so I apologize. But
okay, this is the storm that could produce maybe a. This is the storm that could produce the tornado too, because it's on the southern end of the QLCS.
Tell you what, what's coming on ashore to Ontagon may also do something. Looks like it has weakened though. But it is definitely still wrapping around, so you could get some QLCS action
That's the
going
best
on
it's
there.
looked. And plus, since it's the Shale and Charlie, you have more tornado potential because it's going to have inflow coming into it. Hot inflow.
Hail size backed up to 3 in North Carolina. What are the odds? Beta's Remnants produces this. What are the actual odds?
North Carolina is going to burn.
So Raleigh does look like it'll be missing this. This is actually a line. This is not a supercell. This is a line. This is actually a line.
The southern one's got supercell characteristics to it, which is why it's a QLCS, because that hasn't been supercells.
Do you know how to speak English, Andrew's weather predictions?
Yes, I do. Let's take a look at that North Carolina cell. And radar scope just died. You'll have to see it.
I'm not sharing my screen.
There's up to 70 knots of.
Okay, spectrum recall.
Were you about to say special mesoscale discussion?
So there's 60 effective share, 300 scrubble everywhere.
Severe thunderstorm warning updated for North Carolina. It's now 2-inch hail, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. So I assume the 2-inch hail is now because it has been reported. And there's a special weather statement for North Carolina for showers with very heavy rain. Nice. Looks violent. It's damaging. It's not violent by any means. If it was violent, it would be SIG, and there would be a PDS on it.
Ooh, that's got some good rotation.
It is getting better.
I see.
It is doing things. And I have to eat my food.
Too late to apologize.
This is in a very high share environment.
Yeah. It could do it.
When Andrew's listening to Dixie D'Amelio. Crap. God damn, why are my frames dropping so badly?
It's too late.
Quite frankly, I'm gonna do this. Do not judge, folks. Oh, radar scope is dead. Nice.
It's back for me. Still a hail order in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
2 inches now is the warning tag.
Source public, yeah. So there you go. Apparently it's back up to 4 inches, guys. Or it was momentarily. Still blast ass DBZs, 70, 72, something like that.
This is a rare situation for North Carolina. They usually don't see this big hail.
Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Charleston, Colton, and Dorchester counties. in
Quite
southeastern
surprised.
South Carolina. That'll be in effect until 8:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So I don't know what this is. Be completely honest. Although
Let's take a look at the mesoscale.
looks intriguing. Headed towards Charleston. Epic Games.
There's Morgan. There's 65 not effective shear for the storm to work with,
Yeah.
along with
300
it's
strong
got 1,000 K, so it's in a low K but high shear environment. It can do it.
Where, Wisconsin?
Yeah, it's also got 300 storm relative velocity. Very interesting. That's a cold core storm, guys. It's got 57 dews with 58 temperature. That's right along the warm front. That could produce maybe a longer track one. It's anchored on that warm front. I mean,
Sustainability seems questionable.
there's one to the south of it too that's discrete. There's another one. That one could produce something too. We're gonna have to watch Wisconsin. I'll be back in a minute.
Alright. Food. Food is epic. Alright.
Oh, you.
Bruh. This is looking better.
The goal and excellence of the storm system.
Can't believe that some people said this was gonna bust.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it hasn't really
really?
boomed yet. Keep that in mind.
You said moving toward Myrtle Beach with some rotation.
The thing about this is really going to be, maybe with this line as well, but these things are going to be the only thing that develops. Everything else around it is capped.
Yeah, there's not going to be any more. These are all elevated. And you think all the roads will be stopped?
Hey, Andrew, your cell's looking decent. 60 on top of 24. Beach hazard statement in effect for the following areas in Maine. What? Oh man, ladies and gents, we have a dust storm warning. If it would load, that would be lovely. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let me read this out. The National Weather Service in Spokane has issued a dust storm warning for south central Adams County in eastern Washington until 6:30 p.m. 5 p.m. A dust channel was 11 miles northeast of Calutus, or 22 shut up, or 22 miles east of Connell, and is nearly stationary. Hazard less than a quarter mile visibility. Source law enforcement. Impact dangerous, life-threatening travel. So quite frankly, I'm invested. What is going on? Something in here, I think. No, that's...
Might be another cell on the mark of that. Just integrating awesome. You will have your head. How do you say that?
What? And a blowing dust advisory for Upper Columbia Basin. How did you say what?
Oh, it's not even how you say that.
English. Mm. Alright, chat.
Yeah.
I'll probably do live weather coverage until about 8:30. And then I will forecast the next few days, and then I have to go attend to some duties that I actually have. That do not involve Storm Central. Andrew will be back later. Epic Gaming. Alright. Weather General's actually dumb. This is stupid. I don't like this. Alright. So, this thing looks to be on a weakening trend. But it still does have something attached to it. So we'll keep an eye on it. Severe thunderstorm warning continues from North Carolina, still 2-inch hail. Tour possible continues for Wisconsin. Still 60 miles per hour wind gusts, still 1.5-inch hail. And actually, I'm invested. I want to take a 3D of this thing. And it's wrapping around. I love that. That's great. It has a small inflow notch. Y'all can see right in here. There's something there. Size doesn't matter. Yes, 4-inch hail. Yum, yum. Give me this 3D. Well, that's an updraft. So, quite frankly, I have no idea what that storm was trying to do. Regardless, it had giant hail, which is very epic. Ow. What? Well, in any event, severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Ontogon County in Upper Michigan. That will be in effect until 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail are the main threats. There is no Tor Possible tag on this because the National Weather Service is on Epic Gamers. Oh, man. Ugh. Okay, the spam is leaking into Weather General. The NSFW is not, which is good news. Find it funny how people said specifically that not to trail it over into Weather General, but here we are. Super F, bruh.
Also, South Carolina gave 4-inch hail in Virginia.
Yeah. You know, at this point, am I surprised? No. Well, this is nice. 104 on top of... Technically, not on... These are both going in the same direction, but 104 and 28. So you have to subtract those since they're going in the same direction. So that's still a 75 or something like that mile per hour delta velocity. That's epic games. I need a nap. Granted, it's 8:20 my time. Lime-sized hail in North Carolina. There was 4-inch hail earlier. Yes, it was epic gaming moments, if I do say so myself. If I fall asleep on live stream, I swear.
That was awesome. My shared environment.
Yeah, I honestly don't get it. But, you know.
300 storm velocity across the moon.
So, the storms are about to enter capping in Wisconsin. They're about to enter the capping, which means they are going to die out sooner rather than later. So, short-lived severe event thing. Severe thunderstorm watch number 495 has been issued. Wow, there's no cape at all. Low-level lapse rates are 5.5. Mid-level is 6. Max is 6. How do you have 4-inch hail out of a 5 lapse rate? And 65 knots of bulk shear is kind of nice, but that doesn't... there's downdraft cape. Interesting. I have downdraft cape. Interesting. Meow, 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 meow. Alright, ladies and gents, at this point, I'm going to start forecasting for the next few days. And start going through everything that I want to get through here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to move it right here. And oh my god. Yeah. So what we've been looking at here is if we just go through it, what we've been looking at here is some sort of extra low forming in the southern United States, and it'll end up coming in play with another low that should form some sort of thunderstorm activity along a strong cold front. Peep the other low as well. So the 18C has this a little weaker if we take a look at previous model runs. That's not what I wanted at all. Take a look at previous model runs. You can see, first of all, something in the middle of the plains Midwest. So it goes up and down from Oklahoma all the way to Illinois. So that's something to keep in mind as well. I just realized I don't have this on. Did I even need this on? Not really. It just makes me brighter. And makes my eyes bleed too. So you can see just along the line, some sort of wind activity going on there. There would be a damaging wind threat. And as you can see, after the low goes up, you can see the cold front right along there. And explosive thunderstorm development. Boom. Right up and down North Carolina, and then up and down the Northeast. As you go through the day, looks like the northern portions of New England could be getting something significant out of that. But in the meantime, let's go back to the 6Z run as well. Take a look at everything here. You can see there it. That frame doesn't show up. It's the one frame I needed. Alright, well. But you can see, there's the cold front. And there, New Hampshire, Maine, bruh. Why? I don't know. But that looks like it wants to kill things. And then you have the 964 just chilling with snow up in the northern portions of Canada. Things you love to see. If you go to the 0Z, you can see it will remain somewhat consistent. So you can take a look at, there's your derecho in the plains. And as it goes up, you can see storm development, cold front, boom, right there. Just up and down the line, strong to severe thunderstorms. And whatever this is, I do not know. Looks to be freezing rain. But I took a sounding from it and got blizzard. So, I don't know why, but it is what it is. Keep going back. 18Z yesterday. Taking a look. There's your derecho, and then moving up, there's your storms along the cold front. Let's take a look at 12Z from yesterday. Scroll along. You can see, boom, there's your derecho. Storms along the cold front. Let's take a look at 6Z. I'm just going to keep going back, ladies and gents. Take a look at 6Z.
We have a Tor, Wisconsin.
Tor, Wisconsin. Well, there you go. Tornado warning for Ashland and Iron counties. That will be in effect until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or rather 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 8 Central. So tornado and quarter-sized hail are the two main threats involved with this. So the National Weather Service in Duluth has finally decided to pull the trigger on this thing. As you can see, good solid rotation right there. You can see anywhere from 109 to 12. That would be 121 mile per hour delta velocity, and the newest frame shows you 76 on top of 25, which would be 100 mile per hour delta velocity. Actually, this is the newest frame, in which it still shows 95 on top of 9, which is 104. So if you happen to live in either of these areas, this is headed towards Hurley, which looks to be a decently populated area. You need to go ahead and take your precautions. Get underground or get into the lowest innermost part of your building, away from windows, like a bathroom or closet, interior room. Put as many walls between yourself and the tornado and the tornadic rotation as possible. CC is going to tell me absolutely nothing here. Spectrum Width does say there could be a wall cloud there. Granted, this is 6,000 feet up in the sky, but it could definitely still be something there. Here's your newest reflectivity, or rather velocity frame. You can see 85 on top of anywhere from 18, 12, something like that. So near 100 mile per hour delta velocity. If you guys know anyone in this area, so this is going to be impacting Highbridge now. Marengo, Mellon are going to miss it. Looks to be pretty rural, so you're going to be talking about State Route 13 now. You're talking about State Route 169 if we can get some tracking out. I don't know why I'm not tracking it. I'm a donut. Hold up. State Route 169 in about 20 minutes. Further ahead, 25 minutes for what will be United States Route something. If I could find United States Route 2. It'll hit the border of Wisconsin and Michigan in about 30. Newest frame here, and you can see it is just doing its own thing still. 70 on 20, which is 90-ish. So you can definitely see this is still just going on its own thing here. Definitely something to which you're gonna want to get into your safe space. If we take a look at ZDR, I mentioned a tornadic updraft for a while now, and it is definitely still present. Tell you what though, the visual appearance of the storm just went to hell in a handbasket. If I'm gonna 3D this, but I doubt we're really gonna see much. It is just a cluster of storms at this point. Really nothing organized. Maybe a little bit of an inflow notch there, but really hard to call that specifically. So, tornado warning includes Marengo, Highbridge, Mellon, Upson, and Iron Belt. This is going to parallel State Route 77. I feel like I should say that. So, in terms of that, you're okay. Anyone in these other areas, please take your precautions. Thank you, Dante, for yelling at me for that. I would not have noticed otherwise. I don't know if I am bot open. Tiny inflow notch. Indeed. Indeed. But anyway, going back towards this, you see the derecho going over the plains and Midwest, and then as it heads off towards the north, boom, storms, cold front. Huh? So, the big thing here is timing. This has been very variable across Christ almighty. Across several different runs at this point. I'll take the run that wants... no, this isn't the run that wants Maine and New Hampshire to die. This is. Yes. Things you love to see. Yes. You love it. Nice. So, I'm just gonna do this. So, this is 114, and I'm gonna loop it. So, you can see from the get-go, this is about the time in which it started showing this kind of setup. But you can see, cold front, storm initiation. There it kind of dies because the low moves up and away. But there, cold front, storm initiation. In this run it dies, and you have snow up in the northeast. In this run, I don't know what happened here. But in this run, storm initiation along the line. This run, storm initiation along the line. Storm initiation along the front. Again. It's been there pretty consistently. And particularly on this new run, it's also there. I'm going to go now to Tuesday. And what it's been saying for Tuesday. So Tuesday doesn't look to be anything too spectacular now. It looks like it will mainly be impactful on what looks to be, or rather Monday won't be too impactful. Looks to be Tuesday mainly at this point, which could have a lot of impacts just up and down the country. Look at our 108. Get a good idea. So you can see that seems to be one of the more consistent frames. This one I'd say is the most consistent. So you can see timing would likely be Tuesday night into Wednesday. Happen this come true. Just because that's what model runs have been showing. I see yellow in Kentucky chasing time. It's hard to say if they'll get severe. They will definitely get storms. It's hard to say if they will get severe, though. We'll go back at this. So it has weakened significantly. So you're talking about 66 on top of 10 now, so it's 76. But still tornadic rotation nonetheless. So, at this point, I'm going to go back to single image, and I'm going to go back to what? Are you masturbating or something? What's going on? So let's take a look at the 200 millibar from the last few mile runs. What they are showing now is a strong, and I mean ridiculously strong push of wind energy up into Canada and up into the Great Lakes. Look at this, 160 knots. That's near Niagara Falls. You can see 174 up into Canada. 176 I saw right there. And scrolling ahead, it strengthens again. So actually over the northeast, it goes into the 120s and 30s again. But then it continues and it just lingers there for a very long time and does not go away. I don't know what this is. We're not going to ask, ladies and gents. Take a look at 500 millibar. You can see almost a pretty similar showing. Although this does show a lot of energy coming into the northeast along the front. You see the front is very visible. You can see right actually down this. Very, very visible indeed. And going forward, you can see it just lingers there, doesn't really want to do much, and then goes off and does its own thing. 850 is showing the majority of the energy, actually. Showing the majority of the energy actually lingering over the northeast. So happen this verify, you would likely get a supercell event of some sort, or at least embedded supercells with some sort of line going on in that area. Happen this verify. Oh my god. Stiff as hell too. If we take a look at the 925, this is closer to the surface just for clarification on everything going on, and you can see right there, surface-based crap. Yeah. 30, 40 knots, which is definitely enough for a severe setup. And then as it goes over water, Maine, my goodness, 62 knots. Very epic gaming. And then that just kind of does its own thing. Then we may get another thing like that a little while on it. I don't know what this is, but let's look at the 12Z. I'm not really going to use the 18Z GFS run in this update just because it is consistent to everything else, so I want to show it's been consistent. 200 millibar, again, big implosion of jet energy once it gets to Canada. You can see 184 knots, my god, as it gets into Canada. And then as it dips into the northeast, 130s, 120s, up and down the area. Even dipping as far down as Virginia and maybe even North Carolina. And going around after that, you can see jet energy hangs around until another low comes through and then something else. As well, I'm getting really congested, and I don't know why. I cannot breathe. So you can see now, going through on this as well. You can see jet energy, cold front, there, boom. 107, 111 there. A lot of energy. Take a look at the 850. You can see, again, jet energy, northeast, and particularly looks to be New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, which is my area. If we happen to get a good severe weather day out of that, I will be streaming. I know the geography around here extremely well. I can cover this. I know how to guide everyone and everything that happens to live around this area. Bruh. Why you always lying? Speaking of which, what is this thing doing now? That kind of died. Had a moment. Looks to be how looks to be looks to be on its way out though, quite frankly. So yeah, then if we take a look at the 925, it should show something quite similar. Yes, quite similar to what the 850 showed, and you can see right there. Oh my god! Maine! Anyway. So, if we take a look at temperature anomaly, this is actually a tool that I like to use when trying to forecast these kinds of things. You can see cold front right there down the line. Yeah, a lot of storms off of that. And then a big cold dip. You have some fun with some cooler temperatures. And again, you can see cool dip and then heat and then cold again. So this is the kind of pattern we're going to be watching for throughout the majority of the fall. Because with the troughing and whatever the hell it's doing at this point, you're going to be talking about lows dipping down towards the states on a consistent basis. Those will bring a lot of cold pushes and a lot of cold fronts, which could bring severe weather as well. Keep that all in mind and keep it in play. Take a look at 2 meter anomaly. This might be better. So, as y'all can see, yup, right there. You can see the cold front right there pushing through. Its best frame is probably this, where you can see it just up and down the southern coastline thing. I'm just gonna look at a couple more things here, chat, and then I'm gonna hop off. So a lot of people have been concerned about the capping on this, and I would understand a good amount of concern coming towards that. But from the later model runs, at least from what I'm seeing today, it isn't really all too capped. You can see at night, honestly, with diurnal, nocturnal stuff, it does get capped. But when the front moves through with storms blowing up along the line here, this is 2 a.m. granted. In fact, I'm going to freeze on this frame. This is hour 114. You can see not a whole lot of capping. Maybe 50 joules of capping, which will slow it, but not completely stop it. You can see along here, nocturnal cooling my ass, 74 degrees coming out of New York City. This is 2 in the morning. So storms will definitely still have energy to keep going. Take a look at wind chill and heat index. You can see Canada's having some fun. Heat index is virtually the same. And if we take a look at dew points also, like, my goodness, high 60s. That is definitely enough. That's more than what we've got right now in upper Michigan as we speak. Even I've seen 70 dews extend from North Carolina up to Virginia. Granted, this is marital, so it's really kind of expected. But regardless, you're still talking about very moist, very humid air. It's going to be dense. It's going to feel like you're walking through a cloud, and it's going to lead to a good chance for severe weather development. I want to look at this thing. Nothing ever hits southeast Ohio, nothing but wind and rain. Well, you know, don't jinx it. In a bad way, I'm saying. The Lucky Bro rotation. Well, you know, whatever this is. I don't know. It's just doing its own thing now. Ontagon severe warning is just having a whale of a time. It's now 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Actually, that's been the same for the last 3 updates. So, I don't know what I'm on about. But, you know, it is what it is. And it is what it is. So, I don't really have a whole lot more to cover. I've really done my bit. And getting everything out has been of use to me, as I had intended to either make a video or do this. So I did this, and there happened to be severe weather, so, you know, we got to tie it hand in hand. So, what I'm going to just do, because I have some things to do, I'm going to end the stream. I missed the... let's try that again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all so much for tuning into this severe weather coverage live stream. If you guys did enjoy this severe weather coverage live stream, please be sure to leave a like rating down below. Also, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new around here, and click that notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time
Do not
I...
fearmonger.
Huh?
Do not fearmonger.
Yeah, that's... For people that I've seen that actually do that, like... Not really the greatest thing you could do. But in the end, all that matters is what the higher levels say. So in this case, the SPC needs to... SPC doesn't even know what's going on. I don't know if I even read this out. But here, I will go over to the SPC's day 4 through 8. I want to show you all what this says. Medium range guidance is in relatively good agreement that upper troughing will extend from Ontario's southwestward into the central Rockies early day 4 Monday. Thereafter, model solutions quickly diverge, showing both run-to-run variability as well as model-to-model inconsistencies. Uncertainty. Strong mid-level flow will accompany the system, so the development of a few severe thunderstorms appears possible once the upper trough interacts with the more moist air mass across the eastern ConUS. However, this potential may be mitigated by cloud cover and resulting in limiting heating and destabilization. Overall predictability remains too low for much forecast confidence at this range, but portions of the eastern ConUS may eventually merit severe probabilities later in the forecast cycle. So they are bringing up the possibility that it could get some sort of severe risk. And particularly, I would not be surprised if we even saw something like a slight or an enhanced, depending on what the confidence of this is. If you can get to a point where you can start to see some consistency with the model runs and actually see some sort of setup that would work. So, for example, the 70s with the 60 dew points and the shear values at the 850 millibar ranging from 50 to 60, that would do you really well. That would be a pretty good severe setup, happen to be in the right time of day. And timing on the GFS is always variable. It's 6-hour time chunks, so you can't always get a very good estimate on everything going on there. But definitely something we're going to have to monitor. It's going to be an interesting weekend tracking severe weather. So, for those who are celebrating Yom Kippur, have an easy fasting. Just don't limit yourself too much to the point where your health starts to deplete. And I hope... Oh, we have a severe thunderstorm warning. So I'll close with this. Severe thunderstorm warning for Houghton, Baraga, and Ontogon County. That will be in effect until 9:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for 60 miles per hour wind gusts and core size hail. Houghton, Hancock, Chesil, South Range, lower entrance of Portage Canal, Dollar Bay, Arheim, Twin Lakes, Jacobsville, Toivola, Donkin, and Tapiola will be impacted. But yeah, that'll be all for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next severe weather leverage. Dang it. Severe weather leverage. Severe weather leverage. Nice. I will see you guys in the next severe weather leverage. Come on! I am so bad. I try and screw up and I can't even intentionally screw up. This is bad. I will see you all in the next severe leverage coverage live stream. Take care.